It wasn't long since the idea had come to us. The living room had been heavy with smoke at 5 o'clock in the morning in Ålesund's coolest basement apartment, where the red lava lamp stood spewing up its globs 24/7. We were the small group that remained of what had previously been a living room full of people. Close to calling it a night, but not quite ready to do so. The mood was subdued, the air sweet with smoke, and Ingvar sat in the armchair playing classic rock tunes on his guitar. Even Egil, who spent the entire evening pumping the living room full of 50 Cent and Outcast, had rolled down his shirt sleeves and settled on the rug, with his arm around a girl who was probably in some of his classes at the Norwegian business school. I was high on the atmosphere, and one of Ingvar's strong joints had withdrawn into myself. I lay on the sofa, concentrating on the ceiling, which was undulating up and down as if it were breathing. Having found the rhythm in it, I had intended to lie there until I fell asleep, but then out of nowhere a guy appeared. He had been outside and came wandering back into the apartment. He must have been an acquaintance of Ingvar's or Egil's. I didn't care which. Later, I couldn't remember his face, only that he sat on the floor beside my head and wanted to talk to me. But I was too busy watching the ceiling breathe. After repeated attempts at getting my attention, he went and sat with the others instead. I slept, or became one with the ceiling and ceased to exist. But soon enough I was back. It was Ingvar's exclamation that woke me. The girl Egil had been hitting on was half hidden behind his back, her hands over her eyes. Egil himself sat with his eyes glued to the TV. On the screen, a man was standing in the jungle, half submerged in a muddy puddle and pulling something from the water. It was a snake with gleaming brown and black scales, as thick as an alligator, but much longer. The snake got bigger and bigger as the man drew it out of the water. Its skin was brown, black and yellow, a huge python. The man called out as he pulled forth an ever fatter, ever rounder coil. "This is a big snake," he cried. "The head! There's the head!" An Australian accent and quick movements. At that moment, the snake opened its jaws and lunged at its captor, furious. The man backed away, giving a stifled cry, the snake following after him. I swallowed, heard Egil's nervous laughter and curses as if from somewhere far away. My heartbeat seemed to drown out everything, filling the room with the sound of my blood. My cheeks turned hot, my hands clammy. I didn't usually feel such an intimate connection to my body, not like this. There was something about the coiled snake's soft movements, the muscle power that must be hidden beneath the sleek scales. I felt drawn to the screen, where the man had taken a camera from his pocket and positioned himself to take a photograph of the enormous animal. Right then, the snake and I yawned, almost in unison. We stretched our necks, displaying a long and flexible oral cavity with tiny teeth that almost merged into one. A wet, soft palate, a tongue that waved in the air. Then we struck. The room erupted in unanimous fear and fervour as we sank our teeth into a thick, hairy arm. "I thought I was going to die," the Australian man said. "I thought it had me." He sat in a deck chair, a tent in the background. "It would have killed me, had it not got its lower jaw stuck on my trousers. I never would have had a chance against it otherwise." The clip of the snake biting the man was shown over and over, in rapid succession. The soft pink mouth darted forward, several times at speed, and then again in slow motion. I saw how the snake bit, how a pale pink tooth snagged on the fabric of the man's trousers before finally breaking free. The thought of that tooth, how it would feel against my fingertips. I closed my mouth, swallowed. "I know where you can get one of those." It was the new guy who spoke.